Guys, literally I've been calling for help for the past 5 months. Where have you been? Just kidding. That's on me. I have not posted in a long time. Sometimes I feel like I'm not cut out for this. It's not that I get in my head too much, although it is also that. It's more just I don't know. I don't feel like there is a reason for what I'm doing. I don't know. Life just moves really fast and also really slow at the same time. I just question the way that I am spending that time. And yeah, I guess I do get in my head too much, but I don't let it like take over my life. I just let things happen naturally. So if that's me not posting for 5 months or just like going dark, then that's just what happens. I want to try to be better, but also like the biggest issue I have is I feel like nothing is happening in my life that requires a camera being turned on and filming it, you know? There, that's a little bit better. But anyway, a lot has changed since last time I showed my face on YouTube. I dyed my hair black. It needs to be done again. I got 2 new piercings on my face within a week of each other. Yeah, I don't know. We just out here. I also have not read like a single thing. I haven't read like a lick of anything in the last 5 months, so you're really not missing out on much on that front. If you follow me on Goodreads, you've noticed that there really hasn't been many updates. Things just completely petered out for the end of 2023 for me. As a whole, last year, it just was not a great reading year. So I had like no new favorites. I wasn't really excited about a ton of things that I read. I haven't been super excited about any of the books that I have on my shelves. Nothing that's like really I'm dying to read. So we're trying to figure that out. Even for like my family book club, I just like stopped participating in that. Like I'd still show up every week, but I would not have had the pages read that I needed to have had read. So there was a lot of those books that I just skipped and didn't read with everyone else. But then it came to be my turn to pick a book, like for the whole group, because that's what we do. We take turns like picking which books to read. So then it was my turn to pick. So I did pick The Only One Left by Riley Sager, because obviously love him as a whole, as an author. So I hadn't read his newest book yet, so I was like, let's do that. That's one I feel like I need to, want to, should read. So we picked that, and I, you know, obviously read it because it was my own book. It was pretty good, like not anything amazing or that like I needed it to be, but it was still good. Not my favorite of his, but like I feel like it was a little bit of a catalyst to wanting to read again. So that's a good tip. Like if you're in a slump, I would just pick up books by your favorite author, or like, you know, if they have a new book out, maybe get a little bit excited about that. So kind of forced myself to do that, and it wasn't bad. I gave it 4 stars, but it just like, it didn't have so much of like a wow factor that I needed it to. The twists were kind of mediocre in my opinion, but like I still enjoyed the writing and the journey of it, you know, like the atmosphere a little bit was fun. It had Verity vibes, so that was cool, and it was good. We haven't like had our last meeting of book club for that yet, so we're going to talk about that this week on Wednesday night to wrap up the book, because I finished it a couple days ago. Anyway, what else I'm reading is this book, a nonfiction, The Creative Act, A Way of Being by Rick Rubin. This is really fun because I don't normally read nonfiction, but this is definitely one that I thought would be, you know, right up my alley, because it's about everyone being a creative, and like how you perceive the world is what makes you a creative person. Like you don't have to make things, physical art pieces, to be considered an artist. Like everyone is an artist and all this stuff. So I'm just like a little bit of a ways through this one. I kind of want to take my time with it. I don't want to blow through it and then not be able to read it anymore, because it's like one of those I feel like I want to just drag out and like suck all of the information out of as in depth as I can, I guess. I don't know. I am enjoying it. I made it a point to take a Barnes & Noble trip to specifically pick up this book. It was like a fun solo date that I made it one night to go do hot yoga and then go to Barnes & Noble and pick up this book. So that was fun. It's super expensive at Barnes & Noble. It's so much cheaper on Amazon, so I would recommend just buying it on Amazon, unless you want to make it a point to like take yourself on a Barnes & Noble date for this book specifically, which is what I did. The first time I saw or like heard of this book was a guy was reading it at the airport one day when I was there, and I just like saw him reading it and I was intrigued by the cover. And I also liked the vibe of this man. Like, he looked like a very studious, creative person, or like, you know, you can just like tell those types of people that have like a way about them that you're like intrigued by. You're like, I feel like we would get along, I feel like we would be friends. Those were the vibes I was picking up from this man. So he was reading this, and obviously there's no like big title on it, so I was like, what is that book called? So I literally had to Google gray book with circle on the cover, and eventually I found it and I added it to my Goodreads. This was months ago, and so then I was like, finally, like, let's go pick that up, because I read about it on Goodreads and I was like, I think I would really like to read this, so let's go get it from Barnes & Noble. So that's what I did last week, I think. Also, I am listening to some audiobooks. I'm currently listening to The Fury by Alex Michaelides, which is another author that I am a fan of. Like, I'm not a diehard fan, but I do like him, and I'm interested to see what he continues to write. So yeah, I'm listening to that. I got it on Book of the Month's audiobooks list or whatever, so I'm listening to it through the Book of the Month app, which is my first time doing that, because I'm not trying to get their physical books anymore, because they're just, I'm not a fan of like their covers anymore, you know, like they just all feel the same, and I don't want a ton of them on my bookshelves. I'm not really gonna be buying the physical copies from Book of the Month anymore. I think I have like one more credit actually, and then I might just cancel my membership. I'll use the credit for an audiobook most likely. So I also went and listed a bunch of, or like a handful of books onto my Pango Books account. So if you're looking to buy a book from me, you can check out my Pango. It'll be linked below. But just trying to get rid of some books too, so I'm not as overwhelmed when I'm trying to pick something up to read. So I'm trying to donate some books, list them on Pango, you know, just generally get rid of some, so that I'm only buying like new books that I really like the look of. I kind of just want to like cover buy from now on, if I'm being honest. If I'm gonna be a book collector, not just a reader, like I want to be buying books based on their cover. Like, of course I want to be interested in like actually reading them too, but I want to be particular about which editions I buy as well. So that's a goal for 2024. My Goodreads goal that I set for this year is 50 books, but it's already February. Happy New Year, by the way. Happy February. Happy Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever day it is for you. Happy day, happy night, all the things. I've only read the only one left this year, so I'm like 3 books behind schedule for this year already. Don't know if we'll hit 50, but it's fine. We've got all year. I might have like a stint where I'm just like bang, 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 reading. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. You know, like, it has been a while. We haven't really caught up, so let me know what's been going on. I haven't been posting on my Bookstagram either. Just kind of dropped everything. Can't say that won't happen again, so bear with me. I'm just trying to live my life, you know, the best way I see fit. And I do miss vlogging, and I do miss reading, and I do miss hanging out with you guys and chatting and whatnot, but sometimes I just have to sit back and figure it out, you know. So thank you for allowing me to do that. This is a long clip, but I feel like we were due a little catch up. So that's kind of where I've been. Today is Monday for me, and I don't have work today or tomorrow, so we're just gonna kind of hang out, read, listen to some podcasts. That's something huge that I've been doing a lot lately, is watching podcasts on YouTube or Spotify or whatever. Been super into that. We're gonna be painting the coffee table today. Decided that I want to do like a paint pouring style, you know. So we went to Michael's and we got some ready to pour paint, a bunch of different colors. So it's fluid pouring acrylic paint. We got the pink, we've got the red, blue, green, and we also got little like solo cups, not actually solo cups, but you know, these cups to put the paint in, and then we're just gonna pour it everywhere. And then we got some stuff to put on after, but I didn't get anything to prime it, so hopefully that doesn't mess it up. But we're just gonna put some paint in the cups. I guess I could talk to you guys too. This is what we got for the top coat for after. So we got the white. I've never done anything like this before, so I don't really know what I'm doing. The coffee table, by the way, is from IKEA, if you're curious. So Riley wanted the gold metallic, and I think that was a good idea. But I wanted lots of color because I feel like our living room is kind of bare right now. Like it doesn't really have a lot of bright colors. I have a lot of like the muted greens and browns and blues. So I needed something with a pop of color to add to the living room. So pops of lots of color. Oh, Benji has to go inside. I don't want him to get paint on him. So these pants that I'm wearing are brand new too, and I probably should change out of them, but it's okay. I kind of accepted that if they get paint on them, they can just be my paint pants. The shoes are fine. I don't care if the shoes get paint on them. I don't know. Maybe I'll regret it with the pants. But Benji has to go inside now. Come on, Benji. So I'm thinking I'll just fill all of them because this is a pretty large surface area on the coffee table. So I think we're gonna be needing all of this paint, if not more. Hopefully not more. All right, so we'll put some white in here. Lots of white, I guess. And we'll put some of the gold in there. Okay, and some blue. Some red. And some green. I really hope this works. If it doesn't, I'm gonna cry. Oh my gosh! My hair! Oh my God. The gold's gone. That was really fun. 10 out of 10 would do again. Like, look at how fascinating it is. I just hope that because we're outside, I hope it doesn't get like super dusty or like any leaves come on it right now, because we're probably gonna want to let it sit overnight. Cool, I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll be back when we do the top coat probably, or when it's all done. Here's us a couple days later building Legos on the coffee table. Unfortunately, when I was putting the top coat on it and tilting it to make it spread evenly, I accidentally broke one of the legs. So we are having to scrap the original idea of just leaving it like this. Riley will be building new legs for it. and adding a few other touches. So the project continues, but I'm excited to see how it eventually turns out.